Okay, so after watching this finished video back, I realized that I seemed very, very angry in this video, and I would like to confirm that during this video I was very, very upset with YandereDev's actions, especially the suicide baiting. And although I've mentioned it in a previous video, I briefly covered it, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't want to seem like I was really angry and I didn't want to get my emotions in that video. But in this video, you very much hear very clearly my true, honest feelings about this. And I'd like to preface it that if you really aren't interested in hearing a little squeaker kid rage in a video, maybe don't watch this video. It probably isn't the one for you. But towards YandereDev, I want to clear it up. This video still is criticism, and although I said in the video I don't believe that you can change, I actually do believe that you can. As long as you keep working on yourself, maybe you can become a better person. But as of now, I believe that you are wholeheartedly not a developer people should support until you correct your actions and learn to have a bit more respect, especially towards other people. When you threaten suicide and you strike down people criticizing you so that you can silence other people's opinions and work, you are not a good person and you should not be put in that sort of power. Also, I believe that you shouldn't be with a fan base as supportive as yours when all you do is mistreat them and show very clear disrespect to people that support you fully. I also believe that you should maybe work on your fan base in general, because a lot of it is children and they're very impressionable, and your actions are very damaging to children, especially if a child sees what you're doing and they believe it's okay, then it could cause serious issues in the future. You are an awful developer and you deserve the support of nobody. That is my opinion, and I'm free to have that opinion. If you disagree, that's your opinion and you're free to have that opinion. That does not mean you have the right to silence me or silence anybody else making these videos. You do not have the right to censor other people's opinions because you believe that you're better or have more privilege than them, or because you have the ability to strike down channels. Just because you have the ability to strike down channels for copyright does not mean you deserve that right, or does not mean that you should abuse that to take down other people's videos that are critical of you. That is my opinion on it, and I'm free to have that opinion. You are also free to disagree with me, but I believe that most people would agree with me when I say that you're an awful developer and not any of the work that you've done shows any promise, your game is awful, and that Dr. Apiece's love letter is way better than your game, and it always will be, and you stand no chance against him, and in all honesty, you should keep working on your game, but it's not going anywhere at this point. Your game is pretty awful. It's bottom of the barrel. You lost your chance when you wasted $3,000 a month on Patreon donations and still scammed TinyBuild at $30,000. That's when you lost your opportunity at this. Thank you, and let's get into the video. If you haven't seen lately, I took down all of my Yandere Simulator videos. They didn't represent my opinion well, and overall I dislike them. I've decided to make this video to discuss the biggest issues with Yandere Simulator today. I also took down my other so that YandereDev couldn't try and two-strike me and then threaten a third if I didn't, apologize. If you haven't seen it already, the Yandere Simulator drama has blown up. Firstly, YandereDev falsely striked a bigger YouTuber known as the Game Sleuth. This is completely illegal, and he gave 2 strikes at the guy. If he wanted to, he could have taken his channel down. Since then, the Game Sleuth has taken down all of his Yandere Simulator related videos and made an apology, claiming that, quote, every single thing he said was misinformation, despite the fact that a large amount of it wasn't. And even then, false information doesn't warrant a DMCA. DMCAs are related on copyright. It was a copyright strike. That is illegal to take down a video on copyright grounds for something you'd consider slander. That's not how copyright works. It's clear it was made to silence the Gamer Sleuth's opinion. The situation has blown up recently. YouTubers like Mutaha, some ordinary gamers, already reported on Yandere Simulator lately, and while live he heard about this and very vocally complained about YandereDev, saying how disappointed he was at this, and how in his follow-up video, he said he was going to be doing a follow-up video on it, he'd be explaining just how annoyed he was at this. This clip ended up on Scarce, and Scarce also vocalized his shock with the situation, and how fucked up this is. However, this publicity changes nothing. YandereDev is doing anything to keep attention on his game as Lovesick slowly wipes him out. This is arguably one of YandereDev's biggest mistakes, and it's a serious issue that needs to be talked about. Filing one of these falsely can result in the termination of your YouTube account. So me and some other YouTubers are pushing for Team YouTube to respond. However, I decided to take it one step further and contact YouTube's live chat about this in hopes that they would be able to deal with it. As of now, though, they cannot do anything unless the parties involved reach out. They also cannot confirm if the Gamer Sleuth submitted any appeals, because that is confidential, and all we can do, according to Big Pal Ryan here, is report YandereDev for this and hope that YouTube take him down. However, this isn't YandereDev's first mistake. YandereDev claimed he would take his own life if Dr. Apiece, another developer of Lovesick, didn't take down his game, a better Yandere simulator made in 2 weeks. I vocalized this in my 4-part series about Lovesick, so I can send this video to the YouTube team and hopefully they listen to it. YandereDev threatened to take his own life if the developer didn't quit. He used suicide as an excuse to make somebody quit their career. This is disgusting. Using such a serious issue, a real problem, a real problem that a lot of people deal with. I'm getting really annoyed just reading this script, and I'm going off script just to describe how angry I am. Using a serious issue like this, a real problem, as a joke to make another person quit, that is borderline insanity. That is messed up on so many levels. Even if it's true, you don't put that type of pressure on a person. It's completely out of line, and even an apology wouldn't forgive this. Normally, I would forgive most of your actions, YandereDev, but I am so utterly disgusted by this that I can't even keep myself on track of the script. I can't even just skip past it. I can't even pretend that I'm just gonna be non-biased and critical of you just so that you can improve. I don't even care if you improve anymore. This is so disgusting to talk about a topic that so many people, including me and many other people that I know very closely, deal with on a daily basis as an excuse so that you can try and keep yourself on top in a game development standpoint compared to other developers producing a better game than you because you're too lazy to code a game and just want to receive Patreon money instead of working. You are disgusting. Then comes YandereDev's issues with TinyBuild. If you haven't heard, TinyBuild and YandereDev were once working together on a partnership to release Yandere Simulator. However, that fell through, and when YandereDev discussed it, he made it seem that this was a mutual closure, where the parties both returned everything benefited. However, this was a mirage. In reality, from the leak emails that came out with the subreddit hack, he'd scammed TinyBuild of $30,000 they'd invested, claiming he'd blast them in a video if they didn't give it to him. Citing excuses like, TinyBuild did nothing, TinyBuild couldn't get my game unbanned for Twitch, which were clear excuses used to evade paying them back. Then, to be clear, I want to talk about my personal drama with YandereDev. This is my issue with YandereDev, on a personal level, between me and him, not involving anything else he's done online. I spoke to him a while ago, and we were actually working on a game partnership for my now cancelled game. This fell through when I made a critical video on YandereDev, and all of a sudden he stopped responding. Then, when another person asked him about me, because they'd seen my video, he said the following, quote, "I don't watch trashy content produced by trashy people for a trashy audience," which is a direct jab at me, suggesting a distaste for me. To be honest, I wouldn't even be surprised if he tried to strike this video down, so YandereDev, give me your best shot, man. Everyone is free to criticize you, and whether you like it or not, you need to get off your high horse. I also decided to speak to a few YouTubers about their takes on it. Among these were Dr. Apiece, who originally didn't want to comment, but agreed with the idea that the Game Sleuth may be held ransom by YandereDev right now, but claimed he couldn't voice his opinion. And when further pried, and this might be nothing, so, take this with, very vague, not confirmed anything, allegedly. Oh no, the allegedly's back, guys. Allegedly's back. When I asked if he may have known something, he responded with the eye emojis, which was weird, and then when I asked him to elaborate, he said shrugs, and that he couldn't say anything on it. I tried to get a hint, but couldn't, which suggests that he may know something about this. For now, this remains a mystery. We don't know if Sleuth is being held hostage by YandereDev, and we have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, despite the fact that Sleuth left most YouTubers' servers right after this all came out. I hope for the best for Sleuth, however, I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can actually do to help him in this situation. I hope that YandereDev learns from this, and I'd just like to point out how fucking dumb this is in general. Silencing a huge creator is just bound to bring more publicity. So, good job YandereDev. Actually, just good job, Yandere. You don't even deserve the title of dev anymore. You're lucky people still call you a developer. You haven't developed anything in years, and Dr. Apiece coded a better game than you in 2 weeks. Good job. I'd also like to mention one more thing. YandereDev got his subreddit back. His first action was to bring back the no drama rule and ban me from the server, so GG! Oh wait! Update to this video! Yay! YandereDev is striking more channels, including Data Digger! I can't believe this. Why would you ever think this is a good idea? You were just on scarce for this. Why? I was actually going to scrap this video because I thought enough had been said. But Old Classic Gamer, another YouTuber, sent me this news, and I needed to vocalize my opinion on this. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you can find out soon what's going on behind the scenes. Make sure to report YandereDev for his abuse, and leave a like and subscribe. And I've got one question for YandereDev. Are you striking, son?
Says she wanna rock with a nigga like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with a nigga like me. We can catch a fly. Says she wanna rock with a nigga like me.